It's been 5 minutes. I didn't even realize. Good morning. It is 9:54 a.m. on Friday, June 26th. Good morning. Got a new frame. This was the old one. I also turned off my starlight so we can actually see this one. Sadly, I like my cozy little starlights, but it's getting annoying. Look at that. Enhance. Oh my god. I have my aperture like 6. That's why it's blurry. I could have it in full focus. I know how to do it, but I like when the background's blurry. Yeah, so I got a new frame. This is the old one. I think it's nice to have the newer prints in the white. That way it stands out a bit more. But yeah. Good morning. Anything I need to address? I don't think there's any drama. Yeah, I did errands already. The plan today, I'm finalizing my painted clothing trials. I'm hoping to have that done. Oh, it has to be done by Tuesday. Because they have to dry for like 3 days. So today I get to wash them. But anyway, I don't think there's anything new. But I think, because there's 5 total chapters in this game. We did 1 yesterday. I get to fully VA. And I did say I don't want to do more than 4 hours of VA in one session. So I think today we'll get through 2 and then tomorrow 2. The plan is simple. Let's begin. Before we do, subscribe to the art club. The month's theme is snakes. Starting at $5, you get a monthly Lana block print. And this one is also available for purchase. Smile. I'm also going to try the half in front today. Okay. Are we ready? This game doesn't have that firm a grip on me. Like, I didn't think about it when I ended stream. I'm still thinking about 1000X Resist. I didn't think about it on Tuesday, but I thought about it yesterday on, like, my bus ride home. I was like, why is the game called that? Dude, I can't. What I realized... Wait, I need to write this down, actually. I don't want to share this thought yet. I need to tell this to my therapist whenever I re-enroll. Okay. I don't want to share this one with the class yet. Instead of writing traumatized, it corrected to tranquilizer. I haven't gotten to T in the dictionary yet, so I don't know how to spell it. Okay, ghostpia! Is it called ghostpia because we're in a ghost utopia? Game theory. Guys, welcome back to Ghostpia Chapter 2. We did Chapter 1 yesterday. It was chill. It was chill. Also, our character has a gun. This is a game you play on your own? Wait. Didn't you recommend I play this game, Drowsy? This was you. Wait, is this... Wait. Wait. What do you mean? I did? Okay, good. I like it. It's not a banned game, okay? The only games... Okay. What are the games I won't play on camera? I won't play Love in Deep Space because I think I would get too excited and I would be embarrassed. Oh my god, the new Valko trailer! I'm not even kidding. The sequence where Valko has the glasses and he's at his desk looks so much like my secret boyfriend. It's crazy. It's crazy. I had to, like, stop the trailer. Okay, I won't play Lads on stream. I can't obviously play any, like, Hoonie Pop games. The topic is kind of like Omori. Oh. I mean, that's fine. We're all adults, right? Well, this game is already mature. We're all 13 plus, right? Controversial. I think teenagers should be exposed to media with, like... Wait. Well, wait, I need to think about how I phrase this. I think it's fine for, like, teen media to have mature-esque topics, because they need to see it, to some extent. I think that's the safest way I can say that. Okay, Ghostpia, Chapter 2. So, we ended off Chapter 1. We got a little bit of a teasing of what happened to this group of friends. It seems like our memory is gone. Like, I think our friends remember. Maybe we forgot everything. But we got shot. Or our friends got shot. But we have somebody new coming to town. So let's begin Episode 2. The day of the Nameless Anonymous's birthday party. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. You can also watch these early on Twitch. Follow right now. But let's begin Chapter 2 on the Switch 2. Oh, the loading screen is the new girl. It's not me. It's like a dream. That's supposed to mean something good, right? As in, I never expected a present like this. It's like a dream. Oh, I'm holding somebody at gunpoint. Wait, am I being toxic? In any case, I'm currently in a room even fancier than Pacifica's place. The fireplace is so warm. And it's a different sort of warmth compared to electric heating. I'm eating ham. We all are, actually. There's a ham as big as my head on the table. And we're eating it with gusto for some reason. The world is a silent safe for the clattering of tables. Is it silent? The world? What? I don't think that's right. The world is a silent safe for the clattering. Oh, save for, or like without the clatter. Okay. I haven't gotten there in the dictionary yet. I'm still on A. The world is a silent save for the clattering of tableware, the chewing of ham, and the occasional crackling of firewood. It's almost as if everything outside this room has been annihilated, and the world exists only for us to eat ham. And when I say us, I mean me, an unfamiliar girl, and a crying nun with a bloody nose. She's the one eating the most. This situation is very much like a dream. The softness of the high pile rug seems to numb my senses. It's like a dream. I ponder that thought again. This situation we're in is indeed like a dream. But is that a good thing? It certainly doesn't feel like a good thing. At least, that's what I think to myself as I prod the nun's temple with my pistol. What is going on? Maybe I'm Delulu. I remembered something. Just that it happened. I didn't remember how I felt about it or anything. It was as if I were simply watching a slideshow in an empty audio-visual room, completely disinterested. Huh. Did that happen? For real. As soon as I start to question it, my body feels like it's floating. My limbs clench for something to grab onto. And then I find myself on my bed. I had woken up. Was that a dream? That was strange. I space out for a while, but then I remember what I have to do and get out of bed. I gotta go to Pacifica's place. Pacifica wanted to throw a welcome party for the new ghost in town, which I thought was an interesting idea. Pacifica also wanted to patch things up between me, her, and Anya. My outfit is simple. It doesn't take me long to get ready. I just need to put on my coat, and I'm good to go. That's one... A lackadaisical. I've never seen that word in my life. That's one lackadaisical. Amnesiac ghost ready to go. But when I grab the doorknob, it feels much chillier than usual. I hope I can start filling the void inside me. At least a little. Hopefully I'm not so empty that the wind blows me away. I head outside. It's been a long time since I've gone outside during peak ghost hours instead of leaving close to dawn. In fact, it's been so long, I've forgotten when the last time was. Which means it might as well be my first time. As expected, the ghosts are taking their distance from me, so I walk as quietly as I can, even trying to stifle the sound of my steps on the snow. I try my best to smile and be the friendliest ghost I can be. I'm trying to interact with other ghosts more, so I need to get used to it. And I need them to get used to me. I don't know if I can, but I have to try. I still hate it when people look at me, though. Even if they don't say anything, it makes my skin tingle. It's as if gazes have mass. In fact, gazes are kind of like ghosts. Not exactly sure how to elaborate on that thought, but they just are. Well, in any case, it looks like it'll take quite a bit of time for me to get used to walking around in public. Once I take a turn off of Main Street and get to a somewhat quieter residential area, I instantly feel relieved. It's much easier for me to walk when there aren't many people around. Pacifica's house is at the end of this long street. Almost there. The path to Pacifica's house requires passing through Main Street. It's always a little rough getting here. I wish Anya could have picked me up. She can drive. But ever since that incident, I think it's best not to get in her car. That said, if she still had that car and gave me a ride, that'd be nice. I know it's an unreasonable hope, but I'm free to imagine. If I can imagine things like that, then I guess I'm relatively calm. I'm suddenly caught off guard when someone calls out to me. I nearly jump out of my skin. And that's when I realize how careless I had been. You got the time, little missy. A scraggly? Dude, I clocked it! Rewatched. A scraggly voice calls out to me like the sound of someone prying open the rusty trunk of a totaled car. It's so grating and abrupt it makes me shiver a bit. It's the old man. Yes, old man. I do have time. I give him a weird answer without thinking. Embarrassing. It's because he caught me off guard. I mean, what time is it? I suppose I misplaced my then-there wristwatch. The owner of the voice is sitting on the walkway, leaning on the side of the building with his legs out. If I had to describe the old man in one word, it'd be dirty. He's literally sitting on dirt, so he looks even dirtier. It's hard to fathom it in a town like this, but he appears to be homeless. If he doesn't have a home, he probably doesn't have a bath either. That said, I've got both a home and a bathtub, and I rarely bathe, so I guess I'm not one to talk. So, do I look this disgusting to other people? How do I explain this? This town doesn't do clocks. The very concept of the passage of time doesn't exist here, so we don't have calendars or clocks. We just have a physiological sense of what time it is, I guess. I never really thought about it. Maybe it's just me being stupid and everyone else does indeed have clocks and schedules to keep up with. I feel kinda lonely when I think about it like that. Could have sworn I had it, but it's gone now. What a bummer. It was always accurate and reliable. Told me when I was waking time, lunchtime, and that time, of course. The old man's accent is so thick, it's a little hard for me to understand. When he stops talking, it gets real quiet. I can hear the bustling of Main Street in the distance. It's like the roar of waves. My ears start to ring. Honestly, I don't feel like talking for long. I could just run away from it all, but I want to be a good and proper ghost. So I decide to answer him honestly. I don't have a watch, so ask someone else, please? Okay, bye. I start walking before I finish talking. Hold it right there! Oh. I freeze at a sudden yell. Our wife said she'd be back by 3 o'clock. That's what she said. So I wait, but she ain't coming. So at 3, I go look for her, but she nowhere to be found. Won't my wife be back soon? The kid came back, so I think someone's holding her back, right? That priest guy was all like annoyed and such, so really. So now I know, like I always ever knew. Someone must have stolen me them there wristwatch. Oh. I'm scared. And I've got a feeling that things are only gonna get worse. Worse, sorry. My wife said that you're the culprit. He's clearly not in his right mind. But I think we're somewhat alike in a way. No, it wasn't me. We both lost something, but I'm not sure what. It's a cruel irony to wander around looking for something when you don't even know what it is you're looking for. It's incredibly frightening to think that he and I look alike to those around us. That's a crazy line. Zoya wouldn't lie to me. Why, I oughta learn you a lesson. As I gave him a look of pity, I imagined the very same look being pointed at me by Pacifica or Anya. Just thinking about it is so... I lose my footing. It's been ages since I've last felt an earthquake. What? Obviously, it's all in my head. This town's never had an earthquake. Oh, booyah! Oh, he took all his clothes off. For some reason. Seriously, why? The elderly man strips off his clothes and lunges at me. I barely dodge. What if I didn't react in time? I shudder at the thought. I gotta run. I slip past the elderly man and head to Main Street. It's not a place I'd like to go, but it's much better than sticking around here. I'm seriously starting to worry that I've been sealed away in a world with just me and the elderly man. I can hear rough breathing approaching from behind. I'm so dizzy I can't get proper footing. The narrow path seems like an infinite corridor. This town only has 1,024 people, so it's no surprise that the population density is low. Not sure why that thought passed through my head, because my brain just wants to escape from reality. By the time I leap out into the bustling main street, I'm out of breath, despite not having run that long of a distance. I don't scream for help. I wanted to, but I hesitated at the last moment. The ghosts look at me with fear in their eyes since I rushed so suddenly out onto Main Street. I feel like this has happened before. I can suddenly feel the cold snow through my boots again. My nose tingles. The elderly man catches up to me wearing just his undershirt. I finally got you. Please stop already. I shout. Part of my brain, or rather part of me, says, you should have just ignored him from the start. The elderly man stops and stares. Did my shouting catch him off guard? The old man's eyes begin to water, and it's not because of the snow. He's crying. Why? Why? Why am I alone? Why won't nobody love me? His cries echo even louder than my shout. What's his problem? Oh, he put his pants back on. Phew. I want to know. I really do. This is really uncomfortable. It's like when someone points out something that you can't just unthink. I'm starting to get nervous here. I don't know. I avert my eyes and walk away. I've taken a bit of a detour, but Pacifica's house isn't too far away. And this time I'll make sure to ignore everyone. The elderly man stops crying, and I start walking. The path clears. Crunch, crunch. The snow crackles underfoot. The ghosts chatter, their voice masked by that faint sound. I keep walking. I know that answers to your little questions, Missy. I don't stop walking. Crunch, crunch. He's bluffing. I'll tell you the town's secrets. Hi, cutie, welcome in. Crunch, Don't stop walking, you idiot.
You wanna know why we're here? What exactly this town is, don't you, little missy?
I turn. Oh boy. I turned around. I turned around, didn't I? A minor blunder. The whispers of the ghosts and all the other various smaller sounds seemed to fade into the distance, as if I had turned down the volume knob on the TV little by little. I can even hear a static noise deep within my ears. The elderly man notices my piqued interest and hums to himself in satisfaction. The glitter in his eyes is somewhat frightening, but also somewhat intriguing, which is why I can't just look away.
Everyone, and I mean everyone's gotten used to it, but this here's town strange, don't you think?
The noise in my ears gets louder.
I think it's strange, and so do you. We the same.
No. I don't want to be put on the same level as this elderly man. That's not the only thing that's making me uncomfortable.
But we are alike. Don't you think it's time we joined hands?
Ew. Men. I'm scared, but why? It's probably because I'm not mentally prepared to hear the answers to the questions I have always had. Now that they're within grasp, I'm faltering.
Together we can put an end to this here sealed away era. It's a win-win situation, see?
I'm curious, but I don't want to know. You know, it's like when someone at school says they know your crush's crush. In the worst case scenario, that curiosity can make me turn out like him. The elderly man takes a step forward. He reaches his arms out, as if offering me salvation. Unfortunately, deep down in my heart somewhere, I do want salvation.
So, what do you say?
Zzz. The noise grows louder. No. Please, no. I reject him twice for good measure, because I almost impulsively took him up on his offer.
Why not? It's simple, you know. Oh! Ah!
He takes another step forward. He grabs my hands. His hands are so much bigger than mine, and they're warmer than they look.
I know. Why don't you be my daughter?
Snap. What he said just now snaps me wide awake, as if I had woken up from a dream. The elderly man's weird undershirt is clearly a normal mental state. My loneliness.
Well, things are a bit backwards from how I planned, but it's no biggie.
He starts swinging my hands around as if giving me a double handshake.
Knowing my daughter, loving honey, she's sure to come home, and if I bring home a daughter, or else they ain't no good.
Is this some skort? God damn, I went like 5 minutes without fucking up a line. Is this some sort of scam? Maybe it isn't. But I'm getting really annoyed now. Sorry, but I've gotta go.
You can't go.
He won't let go. His grip is surprisingly tight for an elderly man. Let go!
No, I ain't never letting go. Not again.
I can't help you!
I just need someone, anyone. It doesn't matter who.
Someone. Anyone. It doesn't matter who. Those words cut deep. And that's why. The banana peels. Lapitok! I hurl the elderly man away without even thinking about it. Somehow I just know that if someone's gripping your hands and in your face, and they just so happen to be taller and lighter than you, they're easy to throw down. But when did I learn that? The elderly man's back crashes against the wall of a building. Okay. He says only that before losing consciousness. I just killed a man. Would that be self-defense? I don't know if you could get self-defense on that one. Even though he kind of seemed like he was going to kidnap me, he did grab me. I don't know if it counts as self-defense. I guess it would depend on, like, what state we're in. Because, you know, Kyle Rittenhouse, but... no politic. If it doesn't matter who it is, then pick anyone other than me. He probably couldn't hear me, but I just wanted to say that. I feel a bit more courageous now. But that must have lost me some points with the town ghosts again. Oof. I thought I'd be more shaken after injuring someone, but oddly enough, I'm not that shook. I'm calm enough to walk and think about how long it'd take me for... Wait. How long it'd take for me? That's a long sentence. I'm calm enough to walk and think about how long it'll take for me to get to Pacifica's, and if word of this incident will spread. Crunch, crunch, crunch. Oh right, the new ghost should be here by now. Crunch, crunch. I'm sure Anya's gonna talk about me in an exaggerated way, and Pacifica will rebuke her for it. Crunch, crunch. And that's when I come in, calling Anya names like Poopy Doo-Doo Head, and Pacifica will agree with me. I wonder if the new girl will laugh. I bet she will. Crunch. I can't wait to see them all. Wee-oo. Uh-oh. Siren. Coming from behind. No way, I think to myself. Only for the police car to pull over behind me. Oh, for crying out loud. The audio feedback of the megaphone screeches. Police chief. Or what voice should we give him? I kind of want to make him sound kind of nerdy. This is the police. You stop right there. I'm from Boston. Dude, it always comes out. Maybe I'm secretly from the East Coast. You stop right there. And turn around slowly. Megaphones always give voices a particularly grating sound. Jeez, officer. I didn't know there was a speed limit for pedestrians. If only I could throw out a lighthearted joke like that. I hesitate for a few seconds before turning around. And as a meaningless token of defiance, I turn around at a normal pace instead of slowly. As a coward, that's about as much resistance as I can muster. But that's enough resistance for the man to pull out his gun as soon as he comes within eyesight of me. He's even making sure to partially hide behind the cover of his car door. Look, I don't have a gun or anything, okay? Though, I guess I can't help it since I'm an ex-convict. Oh, Lord Drop. I understand, but that doesn't make it any better. Okay, boys. It's our first job in 9,999 years, so get ready. The location's at. He's probably calling for reinforcements on the police radio. I wish he'd cut it out, but unfortunately, all I can do is watch. Over, the suspect is... the ninja. Again with the ninja talk. Why do they think I'm a ninja? They're racist. I'm not a just turn yourself in, please. We don't want to have to do anything either, you know? We just want to talk. I'm pretty sure talking counts as anything. I almost forgot about it, but that's how cops are. They have this annoying way of acting all buddy-buddy. It's annoying, yeah, but in a way that brings me back. Brings me back to terrible times, that is. I didn't do anything wrong. But there was a report, you know. You assaulted an elderly man, didn't you? I didn't do anything, and I've got somewhere I need to go. So if you'll please excuse me. Okay, so how do you explain the elderly man slumped out over there? Self-defense? Everyone guilty of excessive force claims self-defense, you know. But this is a no-but situation. But this is a no-but situation kind of but. This waste of time sluggishly drags on. Policeman? Wait, do I have like a sword unsheathing sound effect? Dude, this game is so goofy for no reason. Sir! Here comes the police. Where is she? Rushing in from the back alleys. Where's the ninja? 3 uniformed officers file into formation. Hi, Kimari, welcome in. Oh, it took you boys long enough? From 3 different paths at the same time. Now then, you mind taking a little trip with us to the station? When the superior gives the words, the officers casually disperse. They block access to the back alleys, trying to prevent me from escaping. Surrounding me. As if I'm a criminal. Or perhaps a criminal ninja, to be specific. Do this seem like they're itching to go? The welcome party must have started already. Maybe they're sad I'm not there. Maybe they're mad. But it's not my fault. When I think about it like that, I start to feel the irritation boiling up from the pit of my stomach, mixed in with some other emotions. I want to run away from here. Sorry, but I've got to go. I repeat myself. When I take a step forward, one of the officers takes out his gun as if by reflex. Fast, precise movements, almost like clockwork. It seems to set off a chain reaction, as the other 2 officers also draw their guns. I don't have time for this, so I can't stop now. One officer stands in my way, pointing his gun at me, but I still don't stop.
I'll shoot! I mean it!
You'll shoot, and? I ask that question, and then take another step forward. He shoots his gun.
What the hell?
It doesn't hit me. Dodging gunfire isn't hard as long as you pay attention to the trigger finger and the way the muzzle is pointing, as someone once said. You can't dodge a bullet. You can dodge a gun. At least, I think someone said that. It is true, though. Or, wrong one. Is it true, though? I get the feeling that didn't really happen. In any case, I snatch the officer's gun and kick him in the gut, knocking him out. Underneath his thick clothes and thin flesh, I can feel his bones break through the tips of my toes. Yo, I'm a badass! A ninja. You think I'm a ninja, huh? Then you better not complain when I act all ninja-like. You want me to be a ninja so bad? Then fine. I'll be your ninja. You got a problem with that? After a moment's delay, the guns start firing one after another. I leap. Since the officers have their sights narrowed to aim for just a second, it'll probably look like I teleported to them. But a second is all I need. Before they can find where the ninja vanished to, I swoop down and slam my foot into another officer's head, knocking him out. I follow by training my sights on the 3rd officer mid-air and shoot out both his kneecaps. Unable to stop the movement of the bullets, his bones and flesh tear open like a pair of red roses. Only the police chief remains. What is going on? I thought this was gonna be like a cute game. He seems to be preparing something behind the cover of the police car door. Is that the awkward pump action of a shotgun I hear? My suspicions are confirmed when I see him awkwardly point a muzzle through the tinted glass. But I don't stop. I hold up one of the Feld officers as a human shield as I advance. Do you dare shoot your ally as he still breathes? He dares. I admire your guts, Chief. The police window shatters. The glass shards twinkle as they dance through the air. But you forget that I can leap. Now you have nothing to show for your guts, and your ally's guts are showing for nothing. As I dodge the wide spread of the shotgun pellets, I look down at the astonished face of the Chief. I brace the lower half of my body for the landing. Why do you look so surprised? This is what ninjas do, isn't it? It's your own fault. I know I've always wanted to dream, but this is pretty much a nightmare. Before I realize it, I hear that noise in my ears again. My nerves are right on the edge. The soles of my shoes touch the ground. Thankfully, I didn't slip on the snow. This is your own fault. Way before he can finish pumping his semi-auto shotgun again. Fuck. Way before he can finish pumping his semi-auto shotgun again, I've got my gun pushed right up against the Chief's temple. Please put that thing down. Yes, ma'am. The Chief lets go of his shotgun. He also relinquishes his pistol without me even having to ask. What a reasonable guy. I kicked the guns away. It wasn't my fault. Yeah, I believe you, really, but the priest. Priest? At first I'm caught off guard to hear that name, but it makes sense when you realize the priest has the police in the palm of his hand. Oh yeah, the mafia. He told us to protect the town if the ninja ever got violent. Is the priest the one who labeled me a ninja? Yeah, maybe, I guess. I lower the gun. I put it in my pocket. I dust off my hands. Tell the priest he can go to hell. Huh? That makes twice today that I've sent a guy flying through the air. $7! The police investigator yells the name of an obscure marine organism before falling unconscious. He's heavier than the elderly man, but I still pull it off. Guess that's one more reason to hate the church. I toss the officer's gun into the trash and start heading towards Pacifica's once again. There's nothing odd in particular about the rest of my journey. And I'm not just saying that because of how bizarre the journey has been so far. I just mean I keep walking, make progress, and eventually reach my destination. Pacifica's house is a little bit away from the center of town, but none of that really matters now that I'm here. It's a splendid house that even I can appreciate. It's different in every way from my apartment. It's spacious, warm, and standalone. You'd expect a rich, friendly family to live here. And yet, Pacifica lives here by herself. But then again, so does every other ghost in town without exception. There's a weather-beaten down sofa sitting out... Wait. There's a weather-beaten sofa sitting out in front of the house. A ghost man sitting in it. He looks away as if I'm an eyesore. I don't remember the sofa, but maybe it just slipped my mind. It strikes me as strange that it's sitting outside all exposed to the elements. Then again, this whole town is weird at its core, so strange is nothing out of the ordinary. Now that I think about it, I remember this being the sofa Pacifica picked up from the garbage dump when we did garbage collection yesterday. I'm half relieved that I remembered, and half sad that I forgot. The positive and the negative cancel out to zero. The positive and the negative cancel out to zero inside my heart. I ignore the man and head to the door. After just a second of hesitation, I ring the bell. For an expensive-looking house, the doorbell sounds surprisingly cheap. After a moment of silence, the door opens abruptly. The thick panel of wood is almost perfectly soundproof, preventing me from hearing anything that might be going on inside. Yo! Contrary to my expectations, it's Anya who shows up rather than Pacifica. Oh, hello? I feel like I've stumbled at the first step. I panic a little, but just a little, so I'm able to act normal. Nice weather we're having. It's night and snowing. Oh. I stumble, stagger, and fall flat on my face. Metaphorically speaking, not physically. That's just what it feels like. It kinda hurts. Well, whatever, come in. We got coffee, black tea, and some weird herbal tea or whatever. What would you like? Anya heads back inside, beckoning me in. I follow and shut the bulky door behind me. The various sounds of the street suddenly fade into the distance. Even sounds I didn't realize were there until they're gone. I went with coffee, one sugar. Why are the drinks at this girl's house so good? They must be so expensive, so bougie. Oh, cute. Saying that, Anya leads me through the hallway towards the living room. There's a nostalgic smell. The smell of town ghosts, a sweet, heavy smell reminiscent of a honey-scented candle. Since they disappear in the sun, sometimes it feels like the only real thing about them is their smell. When I enter the living room, the smell gets even stronger. The room is decorated colorfully and cheerfully for the welcome party. There's a fireplace, but it's just for show. The room is actually heated by a large, noisy heater. I hesitate before addressing Anya. Oh, do you just want hot water? Sometimes you just want to drink plain hot water to feel something, huh? No, not that. Anya can be kind of dense sometimes. Not that there's anything wrong with that, it's just how she is. You just gotta be direct with her. Oh, where's Pacifica? Oh, she went to go pick up the new girl. Oh, I guess I jumped the gun then. I thought Pacifica had already started the welcome party. Am I late? Well, you are pretty late, but I think Pacifica's facing some issues on her end, too. I'm a little worried that it's my fault since my violent rampage could have caused delays elsewhere in town. Speaking of my violent outrage, I wonder if Anya will hear about it soon. Pacifica's got ears everywhere, so she might have heard about it already. I feel dejected. I don't want to think about the subject. So, let's switch gears. About how late am I? Relatively. Meaning... Look, if we had an accurate sense of time, we wouldn't say things like 9,999 years. I slip up again. But I guess the positives and the negatives cancel out to zero again. Because now I know for sure that the elderly man's idea of 3 o'clock is nowhere to be found. I suppose you're right. Here. Anya hands me a mug. The coffee inside is so pitch black that it almost looks like tar. You're not gonna say you don't want any, right? You used to drink this a lot, after all. Thank you. I drink it down. It seems sweeter than what I drank yesterday. Is it good? Probably. What's that supposed to mean? Anyway, here. And he hands me a tin can the size of a matchbox. Thank you. Looks like they're mint-flavored tablets, which I don't think is a good match for coffee, so I put them in my pocket. Hi, Chip. Welcome in. Anya sits back on the sofa looking pensive, but not angry. At least that's what it looks like to me. She's got a mug in her hand just like me. She stares at the surface of the black liquid. I stand at the entrance of the room, watching her. I forgot to ask where to hang my coat. Say! Anya looks up. I start to worry that I've been staring too much at her. Yes? Sorry for bothering you. Bothering me about what? That's what I should have asked, but I'm a little too late. Anya starts talking again before I say anything. If we're not bothering you, then that's fine. I don't want to be a bother. That's just a lose-lose. That's just a lose-lose situation all around. Anya talks in intermittent bursts, so it takes me a moment to figure out what she's talking about. Are you talking about calling me over here? If it's a bother, then I'm sorry. You don't look like you're enjoying yourself too much, and you look like you hate it when I talk. I just want you to believe me when I say there's no hard feelings or anything. I feel a little hopeless. Though I don't know if hopelessness is something you can feel just a little of. It feels just like a teensy tiny part of your heart has been crushed. Overall, you might not be that hurt, but you feel hopeless in that small aspect. It's not like I hate being here with you. I say that loud and clear. I swear it. I suppose the obvious explanation here is that I'm lacking in sociability. I should have smiled more. I should have come here sooner. Anya doesn't know about the scuffle I had outside, so she thinks I just dragged my feet to get here. I don't hate it at all. Anya looks at me. Now it's my turn to look down at my mug. Except I already drank up most of mine. So I got no choice but to look back up. Well, okay, but... Anya looks at me again. With sad eyes. Eyes that make me sad too. Though not as sad as her. But I wanted to do it. Anya murmurs. We decided that this is what we should do, even if he hated us for it. What you should do? We wanted to make a new friend for you. It's the least we could have done. After all, it's almost like we had stolen ourselves from you, I guess. I get what she's trying to say. It's almost painfully obvious to me. We want you to have friends. Even if you hate us, we could at least get the new girl to be your friend, couldn't we? That part, I just can't understand. I'm sorry, I really am. I'm sorry for being too nosy, but still. You've got it all wrong. For a moment I thought I could hold myself back, but I realize I just can't. I shout. This is all just a big misunderstanding. Yes, this is a misunderstanding indeed. One huge misunderstanding. I hear a voice from behind. Pacifica standing there with snow still clinging to her body. Pacifica? If you're wondering why I came back alone, it's because those poops at the poopy church kicked me out for some poopy reason. Pacifica talks up a storm in a single breath, but she doesn't stop there. And yet I still did my best to leave with a smile, and what do I see? A stupid client calling out to me even though I said I'm closed today. But I still handled it with a smile. Anyway, I came back because I was worried about Sayoko. And what do I hear you telling her? Huh? Look, I just felt like I had to say it. I mean, it's not fair to hide from her, is it? Fair. I see. Fair. Huh. Look, timing is everything when you got something to say. If everyone spoke what was really on their mind all the time, we'd have nuclear warfare and the world would have been blown to bits. Assured mutual destruction. Don't you get it? I'm sorry. Pacific is angry that causes Anya to completely shrink away. It's kind of sad to see her like that. It's okay. I don't mind at all. I speak up louder than I anticipated. The gloom in my heart seems to have dissipated. I suppose the gloom was blown away by Pacifica's whirlwind of complaints. That must have been her intention from the start. She's always one step ahead of me, huh? She's trying to make me a friend. It makes me happy to think about it like that. Why don't we just leave it at that? If you want me to hurl this empty-headed redhead out of the window, then just say the word. How about it? There's no need for that. You're too kind, Sayoko. Wouldn't you agree, Anya? I'm so sorry. It's okay. Really. When I let out an exasperated sigh, Pacifica holds my hand. She then looks me in the eyes and says, "You know as well as I do that this girl's kind of blunt. She doesn't mean anything bad by it, okay?" Okay. Before I can find the next thing to say, the doorbell rings. Anya? Got it. Anya goes to the door in Pacifica's stead. It's probably that clan again. Just tell him I'm busy today. Gotcha. Anya slowly disappears down the hallway. So slowly that you can clearly see how annoyed she is. So, what were you trying to say, Sayoko? Oh, I was just thinking about how amazing you are, Pacifica. Glazing. Thanks, but what do we do now? We gotta take that girl home somehow. What's she like? Well, I only caught a glimpse of her. Suddenly. What? Anya shrieks at the front door. For a second I think it's the police, but I just incapacitated them, and that gue sounded like a gue of annoyance or disgust more than anything. I wonder what that's about. Hey, Anya! What's wrong? Oh, I'll be right there, damn son of a bitch! An exasperated Anya peeks into the living room. Passy, you got a visitor. A small creature hops up from behind Anya. Or at least that's what it looks like. It's obviously not an animal. A child. Thanks for inviting me even though you're so busy! You! What a lovely house you have! You weren't invited. The small creature is actually just a child. Well, I'm not exactly an adult myself, so am I a child too? I don't think I give off childish vibes, though. Do people only see others as children if they think of themselves as adults? See what I mean? Boy, am I right? What evil have you ushered into my house? Pacifica furrows her eyebrows. This little girl couldn't possibly be that harmful, could she? Oh, wow! You must be the ninja everybody's talking about. It's a super honor to meet you in person! As soon as the girl notices me, she speaks up with sparkles in her big round eyes. Oh, I probably am. Hi. It's a pleasure to meet you! She takes a few steps towards me. She then cutely removes her glove and reaches out for a handshake. There really shouldn't be anything cute about removing a glove, but somehow she pulls it off when she pulls it off. Okay. When I timidly reach out my hand, she giggles as she takes my hand in both of hers and firmly shakes it up and down. Ah. What's with the disgust? She seems like a polite little girl. That's exactly why. Say, Clara, shouldn't you introduce yourself? You're right! The girl named Clara hops back, straightens her posture, and looks me in the eye again. My name's Clara. I'm an apprentice nun at the church. Please bear with me as I learn. She bows her head. Not her upper body, just her head. An awkward gesture for sure, but that awkwardness only adds to her cuteness. She's got a very cute face, but she doesn't seem to realize it herself. Looks like she's trying her best to please everyone in her own way. She's perfect because of her imperfections. At least that's the impression I get from her. See? I'm sure you understand now, Sayoko. Huh. What? You see, this girl isn't clergy or anything. She's just a normal girl. But she's always around the church because she adores the priest.
So you hate her because she's a church spy?
That's about a third of the reason why, yes. She may look cute and innocent, and she's even modest and unaware how cute she is, so she does cutesy kiddie stuff every now and then. That's why everyone loves her. She's perfect. And because she's loved, her perseverance is unbending. She's so pure. It makes everyone love her all the more. Few people hate that kid. That's why she can't even tell if someone hates her or feels uncomfortable around her. And that just makes everyone around her love her more and more. So she's happy every day. And so is everyone around her. There's something blood-curdling about Pacifica and Anya's explanation. The way they're blocking the eggs as they talk makes it feel like they're intimidating me into some sort of cult. I suppose that's pretty much the opposite of what they're doing, though. Okay, why do we need that shot? Everybody loves that kid. She's cute, cheerful, unbiased with her unconditional love, and she has an irresistible charm. I haven't done anything worthy of praise. I just want to be like the priest. She's got a very cute face, but she doesn't seem to realize it herself. Looks like she's trying her best to please everyone in her own way. She's perfect because of her imperfections. I take another look at the nun in training in front of me. Huh? She kind of pisses me off. I know, right? It seems we've come to an understanding. So basically, it boils down to how it makes one feel to see this perfect little girl. It boils down to how it makes one feel to see this perfect little girl living her perfect little life. Many people will probably think she's cute, but some won't. So you're projecting and using her as a scapegoat for your own inadequacy? You can say that. Well, I guess it's kind of creepy for everyone else to like someone, so I guess that's natural. I won't deny it, but I won't apologize for it either. Okay, let's toss her into the fireplace. It's been a while since that thing's been useful. Oh, Miss Anya, what a funny joke! Oh, come on, damn it. Anya looks upward pleadingly, as if she's given up on everything. She then shuffles over to the sofa and collapses onto its soft fabric. Clever sees that and says, Miss Anya, you're so funny, which only causes Anya to groan again. Well, anyway, what brings you all the way out here today? I've got a bit of a hunch. Pacifica crosses her arms and gives Clara an ice-cold glare. But Clara looks back at her without batting an eye. I can't believe it. Oh, right, it seems there's a misunderstanding about the new girls in town, so... I've had enough of that poopy priest's excuses. The priest isn't poopy. The poop isn't priestly. He's the priest! He's a poop. Priest! Poop. Priest? Priest. Poop? Priest. Poop. Okay, fine. He's not a priest. He's poop. I get it. Yeah, he's poop. Huh? Would you cut it out with the huh, you poop? The priest is a wonderful man. I'm sure he has his reasons. I believe you understand one day, Miss Pacifica. What reason could he possibly have to label the new girl with dangerous and lock her up? I'm sure he cannot give any reason that people would understand right now. I believe he'll explain in full when the time comes. So why did you come here personally? I didn't want you to hate the priest, though. I came here to come to his defense on his behalf. So you're saying the poop didn't send you here personally? You should have just said so sooner. I thought for sure the poop had entrusted you with some poopy message. No matter how much Pacifica makes fun of the priest, Claire's eyes never lose their shine. I can do nothing but shudder as I watch the conversation unfold. The priest delivers the word of God to us, and Claire wants to deliver the word of priest to everyone. Anya. I heard ya. Poop, poop. Don't bother with the fireplace. The window will do. It saves us the trouble of cleaning up. You think so? I always thought the girls who put the whole cutesy act deserve to die in a fire. Hey, this isn't the time to joke around. I'm not leaving until this misunderstanding is cleared up. I know that you'll understand. Clara shuts her eyes as if completely pleased by her own words. She's acting like a ghost. As in the sort of incorporeal ghost that's tricky to deal with since any attacks phase right through it. A troublesome specter that's always present and can never be interacted with. I see. Please leave. You can either leave through the door or the window. Your choice. No, I'm not leaving. Let's be friends, Miss Pacifica, Miss Anya, Miss Ninja. Okay, look. I'm not a ninja, okay? I see you've chosen the window, then. Pacifica lets out an exasperated sigh. I won't give in to fear. You're the ones who are afraid. But it's okay. Everything will be okay. God loves all his children, after all. Pacifica. Amen. Pacifica grasps Clara by the shoulder. Oh! I feel tired all of a sudden. Today's just the worst. What were her final words? What? Why would you say what when you've been through... Why would you say what when you've been thrown out a window? At least say eep or something. Guys probably like that part about her. The what part, I mean. The wind's blowing in through the broken window, but none of us complain. We would rather invite the cold than invite her. The decorations sway in the chill, invisible wind. Anya and Pacifica ignore it as they sit back down on the sofa. Sorry you went through all this for me. I sit directly on the floor, a little bit away from them, and lean against the wall. Warm air rises, and it's so much colder near the floor than you'd expect. I hate myself for failing to find a better seating position. Having failed to accomplish their duty, the welcome party decorations look somehow cold. That poor new ghost. I hope for her sake that she's not the cutesy type. Don't worry about it. I'm not mad at you, Sioko. I'm mad at the church. You know that, don't you? Well, yeah, but I was thinking I caused you a lot of trouble. I don't know the specifics, but I realize Pacifica's worked really hard. For my sake. So that she can make me a friend. Even if I stop being her friend? What's that supposed to mean? I didn't hear everything that dummy Anya over here said, but it's not like we want to stop being friends with you or anything. We just wanted to do something for you. As a token of reconciliation. But physical objects quickly disappear, you know. So we wanted to give you a friend. It's like planning a surprise party. We've already gotten this far, so we might as well see this whole thing through, right? We didn't mean to trick you or anything. Honest. Yeah, I understand. It's okay. Actually, I should be apologizing for all the trouble I caused. Before I can finish that thought, I sink into silence. I'm cold. The heater's on, but it's like bailing out of a sinking ship with a thimble. It's too cold for comfort. Aren't you cold? Why not sit over here? Yeah, that's right. Pacifica and Anya scooch over and make some room for me in the middle. It should be much better than the floor. And we all might be warmer if we share body heat. I get up, stand in place, and hesitate for quite some time. In the end, I decline the offer. I tell them I'm going home since I'm tired today. Okay, sorry about today. I'll plan a bunch of stuff and get it all prepped by tomorrow, so please come back once you wake up. I'll be waiting. Let's drink coffee again. Sure, okay. I'll see you tomorrow. Wait, let me walk you. I tell her she can just walk me to the entrance as we part ways. Then the moment the door closes, I can hear Anya's voice through the gap saying, maybe I should go home too. The sky's still dark. There's still ghosts coming and going around this time. Considering the whole commotion earlier, I should probably avoid Main Street. I walk stealthily, avoiding contact with others. I don't feel especially cold, since it was already pretty cold inside the room. They wanted to make a new friend for me. That's what those two said. I feel like that's part of why I was so intrigued by the idea of a new ghost in town too. Anya, Pacifica, and I have ended up getting ourselves quite the reputation. A new ghost would be convenient as a friend since she won't be aware of any of the town's history. She's equally distant from everyone, so if we get to her first, we're sure to get on her good side. That's probably what I've been subconsciously thinking. The subconscious is an amazing thing, huh? I think my subconscious is smarter than I am. So in other words, their present matches my needs. Regardless of how they try to show it, they treat me like a friend. It truly does feel like a present. But if they want me to have a present, even if I won't be their friend anymore, it doesn't really make me happy. Huh. I sigh. I want to be friends with them forever. I never really thought I needed a new friend. I'm satisfied just spending time with the two I have. But saying that would be like telling them no thanks. I don't want your present. I don't want to do that. I feel like presents should make both the recipient and the giver happy. I mean, I've given presents to myself before. Haven't I? Hopefully I have. I desperately search through my empty memory and arrive at my apartment before I know it. I'm home. Pacifica's house isn't that far away, but I feel like I've walked quite a distance. I wonder what happened to the elderly man and the police. Hopefully they don't come for revenge. I don't want to be thrown and shot repeatedly as payback. Payback. This gives me an idea. Oh yeah. I figured out something I can do. Maybe I can pay them back somehow. I don't think I've really used my brain to think of something like that in a long time. I can't hold back a giggle. Just when they thought I was out. That's the cryptic thought that comes to mind. As soon as it crosses my mind, I tumble down the stairs. But that doesn't stop me from thinking about how I can pay them back. Even later at night, when maybe 60 or 70% of the town ghosts are asleep, a man stands in front of the entrance to the church, one of the biggest buildings in town alongside the station. He's not dressed in appropriate church attire, however. His oily face is covered in stubble. His gloves have a spotty discoloration. His boots are tattered. You can tell this hat smells just by looking at it. His gloves have spotty discoloration. Oh. Wait, that's the same thing. His protruding belly pushes against his coat, and the questionable stains on it, and most of all, he has a rifle. He's a watchman. They're seen at the church from time to time. Whenever something happens, watchmen stand guard in front of the church. These men patrol the church with guns, clearly neither clergy nor parishioner. The men don't know why they're being deployed, but the priest has ordered them to guard the church, so they guard the church, even if it's empty. The priest just has that much influence in this town. This particular man might look dumb, but his eyes are good enough that he doesn't need glasses, so he notices a boy approaching. Hey kid, no unauthorized access today. With great difficulty, the man tells the boy that access is restricted. But I would like to pray. Can't you make an exception? The boy shyly pleads with the man. No can do, sonny. Can't let nobody pass through. The man grips his rifle and thrusts it, threatening the boy. But the boy doesn't falter. The man can't read his facial expression since the boy's cap is covering his face. I didn't say there wouldn't be anything in it for you. The boy speaks. Please, take this. Drugos? The boy holds out a tiny resealable bag with 3 white pills inside. They're top quality. Huh. Oh? The man hesitates. He takes a bit of time to reach an answer. Oh, fine. So you'll let me through? Just make it quick. The man clears the way. He figured that if the boy was a malicious intruder, he wouldn't try waltzing in through the front door. And perhaps another reason is that the man was already looking forward to enjoying those pills. And thus, my infiltration of the church is a success. Oh, it is I. You. Just like a ninja. That sign must have broken my concentration. Because my disguise, a coat, mask, wig, and other things I picked up from the garbage dump instantly disappear. So do the remaining mint-flavored tablets, even though I only took 3 of them to put into that bag. Okay. Wait, that's so smart. And just for formality's sake, I should apologize to the recycle shop for stealing the clothes and whatnot. It looks like I can carry fewer things than most of the ghosts can. Though I guess maybe I've only forgotten that fact, and I'm just now remembering it. But I don't have time to get lost in thought about it like I usually do. Because I hear someone. Or rather, I hear and see someone at the same time. And just the sight of that someone alone is enough to make me sick. Ooh, who is this gonna be? What brings you to the church this late at night? Okay. Okay, we'll commit to that voice. Oh, wait, I should... No. Should we use that voice? There stands the priest. Are you the priest? It'd be stupid to ask, so I don't. This priest matches the priest in my vague memories, so this priest must be the priest. He reminds me of a long dead lion. His swept back hair looks like a mane. His eyes have the sharp glint of a carnivore. His voice low like a growl, and he carries himself confidently, like a true king of beasts. Oh, a deep voice. Though he's more like a king of ghosts. This king, who appears to be around 30 years old, stands like a priest, with his hands held behind his back as he talks to me gently. How strange. I believe we had already closed for worship today. When the priest moves, I smell the scent of dust and burnt-out candles. While I hate the church, I don't hate the smell. They let me in because I said I had some business here. I see. Rules are rules, and upholding the rules is a watchman's job. So I can't have a watchman helping someone break the rules. He must be reminded of the rules. Oh, did I say the word rules too much? The priest laughs. I can't help but laugh too. What is this feeling? He looks at me with composure and magnanimity. This feeling. Yes, he's like God.
I heard you got quite violent downtown today.
And that's something about him I hate.
Why did you leave your room?
As soon as the priest says that, his composure and magnanimity disappear. It's like a switch has been flipped. He's ready to take on the ninja that killed an elderly man and the police. I killed them?! Uh-oh. Composure and magnanimity. That's two things I've stolen from him. I'm just a little bit happy. A friend suddenly came for a visit. I tell him the plain truth.
I thought something like that would never happen again. I thought I had sealed away the evil.
The priest keeps staring at me. I don't think he intends to take his eyes off me for a moment. Not even to blink. At the same time, it looks like he's looking through me. And back to that day. I wish I could see it too. I wish I could reclaim my past. There's something scary about the existence of an unfamiliar me.
You've changed quite a bit since the last time I saw you. For a moment I didn't recognize you. But I surmised if anyone was going to pay us a visit, it would be you.
My chest hurts. Like a tooth cavity. Like a long, drawn-out pain that'll deprive me of sleep. So that must explain why Pacifica and Anya seemed hesitant to get in touch with me. I've changed. And probably not for the better. Those two are nice, so they won't talk about it. I didn't notice. Those two have been watching over me. The current me has just been taking advantage of their kindness. The me that those two talk about is just my empty shell. They embrace that shell, put on smiles, and explain things that should be common knowledge. Ah, this pain. Is it my heart? I heard someone say that the heart has no sense of pain, but that can't be right. But something has to hurt for me to feel this pain. Where's the pain? I can't tell where it is. I can't heal it. I hate this. The new ghost is here, right? Give her back. I speak in a firmer tone. I want to get out of here as soon as possible.
Give her back? But she's not yours. You never had her. She's dangerous. Maybe even more dangerous than you.
I need her.
Flesh? For what purpose?
My friends need her in order to help me, so I want to help them get her. It's a strange thing to say, I know. Maybe I'm broken. But this is the answer I've come up with. So please don't interfere.
I see.
The priest says in exasperation. He's probably stopped trying to understand where I'm coming from.
I cannot allow you to take her. She is a witch, a disruptor of the town's peace. I must seal her away.
Peace. What is peace? We're ghosts. We don't die if we're killed. Does peace even exist for us? If so, then isn't every ghost already forcibly sealed away inside of the so-called peace?
God is testing us. Until the day we earn his mercy, I must guide the townspeople to protect the peace and live modest lives, for that is my purpose.
The priest looks at me arrogantly with both his hands still held behind his back. He may be cautious of me, but he's calm. He has people to support him. He has a purpose to live for each day. He has a fulfilling life. I can't lose to someone like that.
When we earn his mercy, he will lead us to paradise. By spreading his word to even one more person, we can live better lives. And I intend to hold out until that time. Each sin cleansed is another step forward. Forward. Each sin cleansed is another step towards paradise.
Even someone as empty as me can realize that. And so I pour all of my nothingness into it. That's unacceptable.
Something lights up in my empty self. I flash back to Pacifica's room with the broken window for just a moment. I don't know who I heard it from, but someone once said that people respond better to anecdotes than logic. That's why some smart people use tall tales to garner respect and amass fortunes. No idea when or where I heard that, as always. How annoying. That's probably what inspires me to talk back, interrupting the priest. You can't sway me with just a tall tale like that. I say probably because it doesn't really feel like I'm the one who said it. It's not a tall tale. It's the truth. All of it. I'm not just some suggestible little girl. But you can be. As long as that is what God desires. How long will you make this out to be God's fault? Do you hate this place that much? Just give it up already. There's no escape. Surprisingly enough, I laugh. A laugh that's a mess of different human emotions. Now that I think about it, people laugh all the time. Whether they're happy, mad, or sad. But it's a different sort of laugh. That's probably why it's appropriate to laugh in just about any sort of situation. Who am I, anyway? Who's this girl who's talking? Some organ inside my body feels like it's been set on fire, and that fire is setting me in motion. This magma-like heat boils my blood and circulates through my body. Even my head becomes a red hot lump of heat, lighting up every last nook and cranny of my thought process. Silence! The priest brings his hand forward, away from his back, revealing an automatic pistol which he points at me. Just as I suspected, I suppose. You're evil! A demon! Sorry, but there's no demons here, just ghosts! It's ridiculous that you pretend we're alive when we're already dead. Our souls are alive. I'm going to shoot you. You'll revive. Lives and souls be damned. It's just a universal rule. The same thing that happens to objects happens to us. I'm motivated by something more precious. The likes of you could never understand how I feel. The priest has completely lost his composure, his magnanimity, and his high horse. He's no longer a lion, just a man. He's just a man, which is why he must rely on a gun. A god wouldn't need a gun. I feel good, satisfied. Perhaps this is how it feels to rob someone of something truly precious to them. I won't be silent. What I have to say concerns you too. Come on. Don't give up in this cold, dark place, just... Silence. Please. Don't say the same thing she did. I feel a hint of compassion for the priest as I conclude with this final question. How long will you keep waiting? And for whom? I don't understand the words coming out of my mouth, but I do know that they're the last words that should come out of my mouth. Why? I don't know why I know. Hopefully someone does. I'll kill you! I see the priest pull the trigger in slow motion. But once I see it, my attention is drawn behind me. Father? Back towards the door I came in. The door opens, and in comes the man I had slipped past earlier, his rifle drawn. The man instantly processes the situation and... Ninja! How dare you fool me! Die! Saying that, he pulls the trigger. But it's already too late. I had already pulled a pistol out of my coat and aimed it at his brow. At this point, I'm not even questioning my lightning-fast movements. I think of what I want to do and do it. It's so natural. I've come to accept this unfamiliar me. Accused, ninja! Oh, accursed, not accused. The priest fires without hesitation. He probably realized that now that the man's here, chaos and destruction of the church will be unavoidable. But his aim is off, so there's no need for me to even move from this spot. Ow. I guess I miscalculated a little.
What do you want?
I have like little atoms inside my eyes. The priest yells. I think to myself, how should I know? But the answer. I said so at the start, didn't I? I leap off of the ground, quickly closing the distance between me and the priest. You know what this chapter reminds me of? Have you seen the TikTok of the guy where he's like, POV, me if I tried to get burglarized. And he always starts off the bit with like, this is how everybody else does it. And he does like a snare where like he pretends to be lame. And then he's like, but this is what I would do. And then he goes on like this 4 to 5 minute tangent. Like just super over the top. Editor put a screenshot of the, I know you know what I'm talking about. But this is what it feels like. Where the protagonist is just hyping themselves up so much. The priest seems to be quite the skilled marksman, but it's nothing I can't dodge. So I take the gun I stole from the police officer and thrust it at his brow. I'm here to see the girl. I close my eyes. Bang. The sound of a gun. Thud. The sound of something human-sized collapsing onto the ground. The sound of blood roars in my ears. Who's there? But I can still pick up the soft sound of footsteps. Huh. A perfectly cute voice. One that I remember. It looks like there's something in the darkness of the pews. Ka-thunk. I hear some sort of machine starting up. After a moment's delay, a siren starts to roar. Someone must have pulled a fire alarm or something. I'm sure the police and the priest's followers will come rushing in soon. Clara! Stop the alarm! Right. If someone's in the church, it's probably her. I opened my eyes. But! From the darkness, I can hear a feeble voice protest. You want to be my friend, don't you? But she sounds hesitant. Stop it. I aim in the general direction of where she's hiding and fire. I didn't hit, but that's fine. The sound stops. I know that sort of alarm can be switched off manually. I step toward the darkness. It doesn't look like she's going to run away. Or maybe she can't. I step up next to Clara as she desperately tries to keep standing on her shaking legs. Missy, Uncle, please apologize. I'm sure everyone will forgive you if you just step down now. It'll be fine. I'm sure everything will be fine. Lead the way. Let me help you, Miss Yoko. I made a flower out of paper. You can have it. That offer is somewhat attractive, actually. I imagine myself apologizing and everyone forgiving me and loving me like they love Clara. But then Pacifica and Anya would hate me, so no thanks. I refuse. I said lead the way, poophead. Okay. Dude, I'm a menace. I strike Clara in the face, making a proper fist with my hand, of course. Clara flies back about half a meter. Her nose bleeding, she places her hand on the ground, trying to get up but fails. She looks confused. She hasn't realized that she's been roughed up a bit. But she's not crying. She's got a bewildered look on her face. She still doesn't realize what's going on. And that irritates me. I hate you, but I might come to like you. Lead the way unless you want me to hit you again. I spit out those words. To be honest, I don't hate her enough that I want to hit her. Clara silently gets up without wiping her bloody nose. And with a delicate, truly ghostly voice, she says, "This way." And she leads the way. Let's be friends once this is all over. Clara doesn't respond. This is probably my first time walking around the place. It feels kind of strange and creepy. It's like I've got motion sickness. The church is a big conspicuous building, so I'm used to seeing it from the outside. I guess what's so off-putting is the contrast between how much I think I know the building versus how little I actually know about it. It should be obvious, though. I mean, it shouldn't come as a surprise to know that a box contains things, right? Come to think of it, I know even less about myself than I previously did. I keep surprising myself again and again. It feels like I'm not even me. But looking at these things objectively, maybe this is the real me. However, there's no way for me to know for sure. For some reason, I am exhausted. I can't concentrate. That's not good. The gun I'm pointing at Clara feels so heavy. It's tiring to go up all these stairs. How many floors does this building have? 4? We're on the 3rd floor. It seems like this central staircase is the only staircase connecting all the floors, which severely narrows down the available escape routes. Looks like Clara's nose stopped bleeding as we were walking. We quickly advance forward. I've already given up memorizing a way back. Neither of us say a word. Oh, wait here! Clara speaks plainly as she stands by the door. She looks like a robot who's almost, but not quite human. Her current mental state must be like what mine normally is. There's not that much of a height difference between me and Clara. Her hair is the same length as mine, even though it's a different texture. Hi, Ethan. Welcome in. Are you gonna watch the new Supergirl movie? No. The last superhero movie I watched was the most recent Superman, and that's only because my secret girlfriend wanted to go. And honestly, I did like the movie a lot. And then prior to that, Spider-Verse, and then prior to that, like no other superhero movie I've watched. I just don't like the genre. Oh wait, I guess Deadpool. But... oh yeah, and then I watched Deadpool. Wait, I have... okay, wait, I have seen a good handful. Deadpool x Wolverine. But I saw the one because I thought it would be like a romance. Don't watch anything else? You've already watched The Cream of the Crop? I just don't like the superhero genre that much because it's about spectacle and it's an allegory for like the US military industrial complex, and I don't like that. Okay, earlier when I said I would do 2 chapters today, that was a lie. My throat already hurts. And I want a snack. If I usually look like she does now, I must really come off as a weirdo. You go in first. I think a lot of different things, but that's what I end up saying. Okay. Clara opens the door. She then puts her hands together and bows. After a moment's delay, I realize that it's out of deference to me. Pardon the intrusion. Warmth flows in through the doorway. The heating must be on. Someone's in there. The someone I came here to see. Oh, the opening sequence! Pardon the intrusion. I can't help but say that now that Clara said it. Something akin to dread suddenly overcomes me. After all, despite all I've done to come see her, there's no guarantee that she'll see me in a positive light. Who will she trust more? The church that confined her, or the girl who comes barging in with a gun and a hostage? I'm curious to find out, but I've got no idea what to expect. What if she's completely unlikable? I don't know if I could get along with her then. Or maybe I should be worrying about me being the completely unlikable one. Girl, I glance over and there's an essay I have to read in the chat. You know what? A job is a job. A job is a job. I have nothing against Nepo hires.
Yeah, I'll give you shit sometimes, but if you can do your job, I don't care. If you need a connection to get a job, it's fine. Huh? I hear a voice. An unfamiliar voice. The voice of the new girl. I suddenly cast my eyes down. You have a visitor. You must be cold. Come in, don't be a stranger. Yes, you in the back too. I look up by reflex. In a single moment, I think about a lot of things, and in a single moment, I forget them. Like a sort of flashback. By the time I realize that this is what anxiety feels like, I can already see the girl. I intended to be more mentally prepared when I first met her, but things have been a bit, shall we say, sudden. I'm so nervous my eyes are blurring. In my blurred vision, I feel like I can see many different things. Like rain. Or school. Or summer heat. Or laughing with someone. And like a dream, they all suddenly come to mind and disappear as suddenly as they came. But why? The fearful me is already the usual me. I remember how comfortable being fearful can be. Congratulations! She looks at me. At the very least, she's smiling. Sorry to keep you waiting. I give an odd reply, perhaps due to the tension. Why would I say sorry to keep you waiting in response to congratulations? But just for a second, it seemed like the proper thing to say. I just don't get it anymore. That might explain why I'm smiling. Or maybe it's totally unrelated. I don't know. Either way, we both smile. I'm no longer afraid. I stare at her for a second. She's got big eyes, round, girly cheeks, and a smile that makes you happy just by looking at it. I feel like I came here to check on something, but I've forgotten what exactly. What's your name? I intend to take her back with me as soon as I learn her name. My name is yet to be determined. Yet to be determined. Once I say it to myself, I realize she's saying she doesn't have a name. Not that that is her name. I'm a little slow on the uptake when it comes to things like that. Ah, jeez. I don't know how ghosts get their names. Do they keep their names from before becoming ghosts, or do they get new ones? No idea. So, hey, are you two free right now? No, I'm not free right now. But I'm trying to free you. Please run away with me right now. Oh, good! Miss Yet-to-Be smiles. A carefree smile. I can tell just by looking at her that she's genuinely pleased. Honestly, I think that's a nice trait to have. Then why don't we eat some ham together? It's delicious, you know. You too, Clara. I would keep my name. I don't know if I would keep my name. I like the name Peason. Unfortunately, it seems the new girl is not a good listener. This is plain bad. But I don't repeat myself. After all, there's no use talking to someone who doesn't listen. Whoa. Can we go after we eat? I shift gears instead. We have to run quick, right? Let's eat fast so we can run fast, okay? 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 It's not that she's not listening. This person listens and ignores. That's right, she's the type of person who's tiring to talk to. Does she even understand that she's being held captive, or why I'm here? Okay, I get it. Let's see. There were no rifle shots, just a few pistol shots. The alarm got shut off quickly. We went straight to this room.
I made sure that Clara didn't take a roundabout route to buy time. Backup will probably be here before long, but it's not here now. There are many worries in this world, but I know that very few of those worries will actually come true. Clara? Yeah? Eat. Like your life depends on it. If I do, will you surrender? She says something stupid, so I pistol whip her with a thud. I didn't have to think about accidental discharge since the gun's actually already out of bullets. I'll think about it. Now hurry.
Don't think I didn't see your chat, Ethan. I saw it. I just didn't read it.
Okay. Fresh blood flows out of Clara's nose. Ta-da! On the table is a bone-in ham. Its smoky scent can be smelled from steps away. Most of all, its size is overwhelming. Meat is a precious commodity in this town. You would think it makes sense for ham to be in this town, since it's literally dead meat. But despite the fact that you can find freeze-dried, canned, and frozen meats everywhere, you'll rarely see meat as meaty as this. Pacifica lives in such a nice house. Pacifica lives in such a nice house, and yet I doubt even she could buy something like this. It's too big for me to eat by myself, so I'm glad you two came along. How did you get this? A man gave it to me. The priest? Oh, so that's who he was. That's kind of funny.
Dude, this game is so goofy. There's just guns everywhere.
As we sit down at the table, I keep my gun thrust at Clara. Miss Yet-to-Be doesn't even address the elephant gun in the room. I don't know if she's ignoring it, or if she just thinks it is what it is. Everyone's got their quirk. Maybe if you figure out someone's quirk, you can figure them out, but I guess for some people, their quirk is being quirkless. Clara clearly has no appetite for the feast before her. Neither do I, but at this rate, the ham's not going anywhere. And so, if you eat quickly, I'll put the gun down. Oh, we shall eat then! Clara reaches for the knife to cut the ham. She awkwardly cuts the ham and starts gulping it down like a garbage truck. Oh, you've got such a good appetite! Miss Yet-to-Be cheers and pours a bottle into a glass. Now let's dig in. I start eating the ham too. Yep, let's do that. Miss Yet-to-Be starts eating as well. Ham is the luxury food, and already delicious on its own, but there's a certain something that spices up all the more. For once, I was able to find the answer after just a little bit of thinking. It's already bedtime outside. Morning is near. A human might call this a late-night snack. A meal outside of proper mealtime. I just remember that midnight smacks are... Smacks? Whoa. Holy, midnight smack. Yo! I just remember that midnight snacks are especially yummy. But I'm sure I'll just forget again soon enough. I feel that something like this has happened before. But unfortunately, I can't remember. Phew. Once I finally managed to swallow an overly thick slice of ham, I let out a big sigh. We finished half of the ham. I'm concentrating. It's a rare occurrence for me. Tonight's just full of rare occurrences. We're eating ham. There's a ham on the table as big as my head. And we're eating with such gusto in order to escape quickly. The world is silent save for the clattering of tableware, the chewing of ham, and the occasional crackling of firewood. It's almost as if everything outside this room has been annihilated, and the world exists only for us to eat ham. And when I say us, I mean me, Miss Yet-to-Be determined, and a crying Clara with a bloody nose. She's the one eating the most. The situation is very much like a dream. The softness of the huge pile rug seems to numb my senses. It's like a dream. I ponder that thought again. The situation we're in is indeed like a dream. But is that a good thing? At least, that's what I think to myself as I prod Clara's temple with my gun. Eventually, we finish off the gigantic ham. Yo, how long is it gonna take for help to get here? Like, we triggered the fire alarm, there's been shots fired. Dude, my nose is so itchy today. That was delicious! Miss Yet-to-be strokes her belly in satisfaction while I try to do my best to keep myself from throwing up. Clara's probably in the same boat, too. You see, Miss Yet-to-be quickly got full and excused herself. Afterwards, she watched us eat and said things like, "You two can really eat, and is it good?" So Clara and I finished up the majority of the ham. Now then! Miss Yet-to-be steps up from her chair and slaps her hands together. Uh-oh. The stopped alarm starts ringing once again. Please wait here. Clara, if you run away, I'll kill you 9,999 times. I run out of the room and check what's happening outside. I don't sense anyone on this floor. The priest's corpse must have been spotted by now, and it should be clear that I'm the one who killed him. I think to myself, if I were the backup forces, I'd gradually go up the stairs to corner me. There's no time. Oh my god, they're gonna jump out of the window! I rush back to the room and take Clara and the new girl. Oh, my suitcase! Miss Yet-to-be says that right as we're about to leave. No, it'll just hold us back. I'm in a tight spot here. There's no guarantee that I can protect her and her baggage. Can we come back for it later? I decide to lie. We can come back for it at any time. Okay then. Just a little white lie. Huh? It's nothing. A gunshot rings out from the lower floor. They must have found the corpse. After that first shot, several follow after it. Then I hear something break. Sounds like they got shotguns. That's no good. I guess they must have mistaken something for me. He ought to keep a cooler head. But that just goes to show how much they fear the ninja. Good, excellent. If you want me to be a ninja, then I'll play the part. Being bloodthirsty is simple. It's kinda nice, actually. Makes you painfully aware that we're dead. The gunshots stop. I hear men's voices. They must be arguing. Maybe they're pretending to clear the area, but I think they should keep it quiet. Sounds pretty dangerous down there. Miss Yet-to-be murmurs. Don't worry. I continue. We're going up. If we can't go down, then our only option is to go up. I'll show you the ninja's true potential. Miss Yet-to-be leads the way as I threaten Clara to keep going up the stairs. Oh! Clara tumbles. Probably not on purpose. Her nose starts to bleed yet again. Maybe she plans to die from nasal blood loss. Over here, 4th floor! But as a result, our pursuers have spotted us. I pick up one girl in each arm and dash up the stairs. I leap through the first door I see without hesitation. They don't chase after us immediately. Maybe they want us to be sure they can overwhelm me. Or maybe they're thinking they just need to block the center staircase to corner the rat. That's an extremely logical thought. As long as you don't expect the rat to go even higher. What is this room? It's the priest's room! I see. What a lonely little room. Just a big desk and a full-length window. Actually, I guess since there are several lonely little rooms, they're not so lonely or little when you put together. I stare out of the window. Things don't look so bad outside. In fact, it looks better than I expected. I feel kind of pumped up. I'm sure I can pull off what I'm about to attempt. Miss Yet to be gleefully cheers as she jumps onto the soft desk chair. Well, whatever. I've... Sorry. Okay. I've got an idea. Stand here. I place my hand on Clara's shoulders. There's not much of a height difference between us, so our faces are close. I look closely at her face. I'm sorry, Clara. Miss Ninja? You must be cold. Here, you can wear my coat. I take off my coat and am instantly reminded of just how cold this town can be. Now then. Hey, what's the plan? How do we escape? I don't have time to answer Miss Yet to be. Any last words? I ask Clara as I hide under the shadow of the desk. With my gun still trained on her, of course. I don't take my eyes off of her. Clara tries to speak, but she just fidgets and fails to say anything in the end. Time sluggishly crawls on. Miss Yet to be looks at me with concern. I want to give her some reassuring words, but what comes out of my mouth is anything but trustworthy. Everything will be okay. By the time I say that, the faraway footsteps are already upon us. There's already somewhere between 6 and 8 men on the other side of the door. And they must be armed with rifles and other guns. Any last words? I swivel my head to face in my direction. What? I'm sorry, but now we're playing on the same field. No. It wasn't me who swiveled her head. It's just Clara. Dressed like me. With a hairstyle similar to mine. But the resemblance is uncanny. I'm sure we'll meet again. Maybe we can be friends then. She does look like me. I hope you'll understand one day. You... What's she gonna say? You're crazy? You have no morals? That makes sense. I've studied human rights, but not ghost rights. Slam. They kick the door in. I do have last words. Clara speaks. Poophead. What's that supposed to mean? I laugh. I don't think I could do anything but laugh. I guess maybe Clara really does understand after all. I hide my head under the shade of the desk. I firmly push down Miss Yet to be's head so it doesn't come back up. Guns. Gunshots. Not only can they take out your eardrums, they could very well take out your whole ears, too. Oh, I know what this is! The substitution jutsu! You are correct. I suppose this is the reality according to those muscle-bound idiots. The intruder kills the priest, runs up to the top floor, but once they corner her, she stands dumbfounded in the dread of death. The men shoot me to death with their guns. Eventually, the priest will return for the garbage dump and praise the men. Maybe even reward them somehow. The dread of death? Please. This is why you guys are someone else's subordinates. We're ghosts, remember? Well, in any case, they must fear death themselves. Which is why they shot at me. They must have heard the stories of me being a ninja. And to hide their fear, they shot at me with an unreasonable amount of bullets. It all happens in a flash. The desk is big and sturdy, so there's no need to worry about getting hit by any bullets that ricochet or pierce through the wood. So I look towards the window. Several of the bullets meant for Clara hit the glass instead. At least one of the men must have lousy aim. Beyond the glass is the same town as ever. It looks more beautiful than it does from my apartment. but it's just a small little ghost town. Ow, ow. Oops, I loosened my grip. Miss Yet-to-be nods her head as if to say, I know, I know. For some reason, this makes me feel relieved. Nothing like a holy woman going down, huh? Correction. I don't think I feel relieved at all. The muzzle flash illuminates the scattering blood. It's my blood, or rather the blood of Clara disguised as me. It kind of makes me sick to think about it like that. Bullets rain down upon the bulky glass before us. Cracks form here and there before it finally shatters, thus eliminating the barrier between us and the town. But perhaps I should call it the barrier between us and a sudden drop. But either way, it's a barrier we don't need right now. At the same time I hear something collapse behind us. I don't want to look. She's not just a nun. She's Clara. I clearly remember that fact. Let's go. Huh? You're kidding! No way! The fact that she's saying that means she understands what I'm suggesting. I forcibly wrap my arm around her waist and halfway carry her. I wasn't expecting her to be thin or anything, but she's thicker than I expected. In fact, her thickness is kind of reassuring. Hey, yo. I'll give you the signal. You aren't kidding, right? I can? Wait, can? Fly! Emma reflexively pulls the trigger when he sees me get up. But his aim is so bad his shot doesn't hit. The other men follow his lead, but they're too late. Without a word, we leap out of the window. Miss Yet-to-be screams something, but I'm not sure that comes as a word. Leap out of the top of the church, from the window to the priest's room. We fall into the cold wind with some late shot-in-the-dark gunfire behind us. It's cold. Something feels cold inside me. The me who was in me moments before is now gone. I start thinking irrelevant thoughts like, you shouldn't go outside without a coat. But the lack of a coat means I can better feel the warmth of the girl under my arm. I'm so happy! Miss Yet-to-be says those words, like a soft whisper. It's a mystery to me how I'm able to hear her voice through all the whooshing wind sounds. But it's enough to make me feel satisfied. It's astonishing, really. Just like magic. Maybe she really is a witch. She made tonight a good night, despite all the trouble and the cold. Back in my home country, ghosts wouldn't leave for the afterlife until they're content enough. Myself, I wouldn't mind leaving right now. This is nothing. Also, keep this a secret, but... Huh? I only whispered, but it seems she heard me too. How strange. I'm not actually a ninja. Oh, I'm not actually a witch either. I figured. It feels like we've been falling forever. I wonder what's up with that. But obviously, we've got to land eventually. We end up crashing onto Anya's armored vehicle. Obviously, we couldn't just get up and walk away if we landed on a hard metal roof, but thankfully, Anya was considerate enough to fasten that sofa from earlier onto the top. As a result, we were able to pull off an exceptionally gentle landing. Yahoo! I'm one hell of a driver, aren't I? God damn! What are those church shitheads up top? An unusually enthusiastic Anya pops her face out of the driver's seat window. Watch your language! I heard a thud from inside the car. Anya groans. Get in, quick! Pacifica pops her face out of the passenger seat window and urges us in. At the same time, we hear a gunshot, and several meters in front of the car, a random pile of snow bursts open. Clean up before it gets night! Miss Yet-to-be and I hop into the back seat. At the same time, we hear a concerning metal clank, suggesting the car got hit by a bullet. But this is an armored vehicle, so it's invincible. And in this moment, so are we. It's been ages since I've ridden in a car. I have missed the low engine roar, so I cannot but listen closely to it. Nobody talks. Probably because we hear a police car siren coming from behind. After a while, once we can no longer hear the police car siren, Anya parks the car in an alley somewhere. But even then, the silence isn't broken until I finally speak up and address Anya. Say, Anya. Yeah? This is the same one, isn't it? Yeah, why? I didn't realize you still had it. I do. It'd be a waste to get rid of it, you know? I'm sorry. Don't apologize. I'm glad you came when you did. You're welcome for that. Anya lets out a sigh, as if she tried to laugh but failed. If only that were the case. Look at the two of you getting all lovey-dovey. Anyway, why did you call her and not me? Pacifica takes out a bag of snacks from somewhere and opens it. You'd think snacks would be out of place in an armored vehicle, but yet somehow it works. I didn't know your number, Pacifica. You could have just asked Anya. I was in a hurry. I had to prepare a disguise, too. A disguise? I disguised myself and handed those mint-flavored tablets to a watchman as a bribe. And then I put a new ventilation hole into the priest's skull and turned the nun into a colander. It's not until after I finished talking that I realized, oh crap, I shouldn't have said that. What I did was a small-scale insurrection, far from what any normal person would call ethical. I don't think those two would easily approve of my actions here. I'm sure they were expecting something a little more peaceful. I get the feeling I should have lied about it, but I don't want to. For real? Good thing we're friends. Anya says that too casually. Thank you. So I casually respond. Anya grumbles something about priorities. Hey, Sayoko. You said, I'm gonna jump, so bring the car behind the church, right? After I had gotten home from Pacifica's house, I had called Anya on the phone. That's right. That phone is a direct line between me and Anya. Anya quickly picked up, and I quickly hung up. I finally understand why I keep avoiding the phone. I must be the type of person who's not good with phones. Did you think that Anya of Green Gables here would understand what she meant with just that one sentence? Do you know what she said to me when she came to me for help? Pacifica munches on the corn snacks quietly, yet angrily. Yeah, I said, what's that supposed to mean? Exactly. If we did exactly what you said, we'd be in jail right now. You understand? Pacifica opens up a second bag. Miss Yet-to-be reaches for the bag, only to get her hand slapped away. Oh. That's why I came to you for help, okay? And I'm the one who told you to tie the sofa on the roof. This girl was just gonna bring the car as it was, you know. She's got poop for brains, remember? That's fine. No, it's not. Pacifica shouts. Miss Yet-to-be finds some snacks on her own and starts munching on them, saying, it's not as good as ham, but it's okay now that I think about it. I figured Anya would come to you for help and you'd catch on to what I was getting at, Pacifica. I was hoping that you two would fulfill my request, at least as stated, so, thanks for going above and beyond. I see. Well, okay then. Her voice is blunt, but somewhat tearful. I never want to make her cry again. We all fall silent for a while. I think it's because we're all feeling as if we had reclaimed something. But that sure turned out fun, didn't it? Indeed. Yeah. I agree! Also, question. Go ahead, new girl. Short time no see. Yes, well, where are we going? No clue. I guess none of us really planned ahead. Honestly, I only planned to bust the new girl out. I didn't think about anything after that. Where should we go, Sayoko? When she asked me that question, I responded with relative ease. Outside of town. I can feel the air just get a little colder. For real? Well, I kind of get where you're coming from. I don't remember what happened that day, so I want to try going out of town to jog my memory. I guess. Huh? What? Their faces freeze. What's with those looks? We don't remember. We don't remember what happened or what made you go, you know. Well, actually, I do remember a little, but... We figured you'd remember, Sayoko. No, I don't remember. There are some things I remember, but they're far outweighed by what I don't remember. I'm shook. Though I'm sure they're just as shook as I am. Miss Yet-to-be curiously looks at each of our faces. That's right, she's an outsider. We should probably explain things to her. Just not now. Alright. Memory lane it is. Let's go. Anya proclaims. Yes, let's go as far as we can go. Pacifica concurs. Okay. And I agree. Outside of town? Have you been informed about ghosts and whatnot? We're ghosts, immortal and unaging, locked up in this town. But since we're bored, we figure we'll take advantage of the chaos by going outside and crossing the boundary. Pacifica condenses the explanation probably a bit too much. The way she said it was kind of blunt. Normally, you wouldn't expect an outsider to easily agree to something like that. Whoa, that sounds kind of funky! But thankfully, Miss Yet-to-be isn't normal, so there's no problem. I've already learned that from my short journey with her so far. Sassy, what does she mean by funky? Funky is funky. I can see us getting along with her. Let's go! Let's go, sounds like fun! And we're off. Anya steps on the gas and the car speeds off. The ground's covered in snow, but the car just laughs it off. My heart throbs. Huh. I guess I still have a pulse even though I'm a ghost. I'm glad my kidnappers are such fun this time! Miss Yet-to-be just casually and unexpectedly says that. Kidnappers? Well, I don't even know your names. I just came along for the ride because I got an explanation, so it's like you're kidnapping me. How fun. Kidnapping? The mood in the car suddenly gets tense. I did pretty much kidnap her. But Pacifica and Anya didn't know that. Sayoko, did you drag her out without giving her an explanation? And she just went along with it? I was too busy eating ham. Ham? Oh, don't worry about it. I meant kidnapping in a good way. There's a good way? Those church people wouldn't tell me anything about the town. And besides, it's more fun to be with other girls. And you all seem like nice people. Well, okay then. That's fine, I suppose. Well, As long as Miss Yet to be is satisfied, that's fine, I guess. We all fall silent for a while. The view from outside the window gets sadder and sadder as the town slowly fades away into a barren field of snow. Outside of town. I wonder what's on the other side. We need to have a welcome party! Pacifica chimes in. I guess she's grown tired of the snacks. A welcome party? That's what we've all gathered here for. So you kidnapped me to throw a welcome party? Wow, a surprise party? Thanks! Oh, how about that? How about we make it a birthday party instead of a welcome party? It seems more festive that way. A birthday party? For a ghost? How about we give you a name as a birthday present? Oh, lovely, Sioki, you're so talented! Talented at what? We giggle, but Anya stays quiet. I guess she's having a tough time driving. However, this isn't the case. Okay, time for some bad news. The price of gas, huh? Anya clears her throat and starts speaking. This car is equipped with a powerful engine so it can run anywhere, and it's carrying a ton of fuel. How powerful? Let's just say that, barring wear and tear, it can run pretty much forever without resupply. Honestly, this thing's built like a tank. But unfortunately, it doesn't seem to be running properly. And I'm sorry to tell you this, but it's gonna explode! Whoa. Oh, if we need to run! We can't. We got 30 seconds, and the blast radius will be hundreds of meters wide. It'll tear up the ground and spread radioactive fallout everywhere. That's an objective fact. As a practical solution, I propose we complete this birthday party within those 30 seconds. That's all the more reason to get off this thing! The blast radius is hundreds of meters long, Passy. I suggest you give up. 25. I understand. Let's move on to the gift giving then. 22. Your name is Ham. No, wait. 18. Yoru. Yoru means night. That's what the Yo in Sioka also stands for. And we met at night, so Yoru. For something I came up with on the spot, it's actually a pretty good name, I'd say. Then again, ghosts are dwellers of the night, so maybe every ghost in that town could be called Yoru. But these people don't know what kanji are, so I don't think anybody would catch on. What a lucky break. 2 knightly names. Within me, she is there. She is there within me. This is my little secret. Time passes as I think to myself. Whoa, that's nice and simple. It's straight to the point. Good! That's the spirit. Good name, 10 out of 10. 10! Happy birthday, Yoru. 7. We got the important stuff out of the way in just 9 seconds. Things are getting kind of hectic, but it makes me feel something. It makes me feel alive. Let's be friends. 4. The flow of time is like the temperature. If either of them drops to 0, you freeze. I'll be your friend too! 2! That's why all this commotion seems kinda warm. Welcome to the ghost town. It's a joyous sort of warmth. Thank you all! Okay. The end. And thus begins our story. I think.
What was chapter 2? I mean, I figured this game would have action, but that was crazy. We took out a 3-stack police squad and the chief. We jumped from the 4th story of a building. I wonder if the ghosts live out their past life in the ghost realm too. That's my game theory. Summer. It's summer everywhere you look. You can hear chattering voices everywhere. The group of middle schoolers enjoying the breeze, the convenience store, to the elderly spacing out in the shade, to the elementary schoolers playing around in the park. As I pedal my bike, I can feel my feet growing sore from the sandals that they were given to me. Sorry. As I pedal my bike, I can feel my feet getting sore from the sandals that were given to me for days like these. But I figure I can just put up with it. After all, I'd be seated for the duration of the movie. Okay. The signal turned red. I firmly squeeze the worn-down brakes, and my bike gradually slows down. But that doesn't come to a complete stop. So I plant my feet on the ground to try and forcibly stop the bike. And that's when I realize something. Crap. It's like I'm just the usual me now. This extraordinarily cute sundress came from a faraway country, but I'm not used to wearing this sort of fabric. Its new scent mixes with my own. I hope that kid doesn't find it unpleasant. The signal turns green. I start pedaling again. The wind whisks away my scent. It's a nice breeze. We're meeting by the station. I gotta hurry. I don't want to be late. I steadily pass through the residential area in front of the supermarket and through the roundabout. I don't get caught in any traffic signs after that. I'm lucky. The kid's here and hasn't noticed me yet. What should I say? This will probably be our last time meeting, so I have to make it count. I'm just an ordinary summer sight. An average elementary schooler on summer break. I can't wait to see the movie. Oh, top right, it said ghostpia in green. Oh, cute. Yo, so there's cities outside of our city? Okay, that objectively makes sense, but... Well, there we have it. That was chapter 2 of Ghostpia. Kind of all over the place. Like, I figured this game would be more sentimental, but it's a lot more action than I thought it'd be. And it's really goofy with the sound effects and how, like, slapsticky it is at times. I don't know where this is going to go. Like, we took out the coppers, we took out the church, we just left. I wonder if our crimes will follow us. But I think my game theory of the ghosts reliving out the human lives is incorrect. My game theory is we are in hell. Because based on, like, how, oh, see, I almost forgot the character's name. Based on, like, Sioka's perspective of themselves and how they view themselves in the world around them, like, they feel very isolated, very self-conscious. And that little tidbit there at the end with the bike was a flashback. And I think the friend we're going to meet is the blue-haired one, Yudo. So we'll see. That was chapter 2. Thank you for watching. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe. We'll keep playing this. It's very weird. I want to see where this goes. You can also watch these videos early on Twitch, twitch.tv/peacein_17. Go follow right now. But I'll see you in the next one. Peace out. Okay, that was a lot of VA. My throat hurts. I know I said I would try and do 2 chapters, but I lied. I lied. Dude, I hate the little curl here. My throat hurts. Because, you know, when was the last time we did a visual novel? It's been a bit, but doing... Oh, I think the last one was, something Wish. Oh my, I need to look it up. It's gonna bother me. A Piece in 17 VODs on YouTube. Playlist. Well, Afterlove EP was majority visual novel, but the last, like, full visual novel game we played... Root Letter Last Answer. Me doing VA for all that was intense. But you know what? I did it. I did it. I did it. Dang, Buddy Simulator was so good. Okay, I will click go live again tomorrow, probably in the morning, and I think we'll just do 1 chapter. See if we can do... Yeah, we can do 1 chapter every day for the next couple days. That is a plan. So, if you guys want something else to watch, check out the YouTube channels. I have a clip button highlight. There will be a new speed carving up on my art account on YouTube. And if you want to get the art print, subscribe to my website starting at $5 today. Bang. I'll see you all tomorrow. Goodbye. To my throat. Dang it, I forgot to get my sister fruit snacks. Oopsie. Okay, I'll see you all tomorrow. Peace out.